the break for the third quarter of basketball.
All right, listen closely, man. I've got a few things to touch on. We're going to turn this from a close game into our game. Obviously, we've shot the lights out, and that's not been by accident. You guys have done a heck of a job finding good looks every time down. Keep working hard to get those high percentage shots. I do like that we limited our turnovers. We weren't careless with the ball or making unforced errors, so kudos for that. And guys, I don't want too many of us under the glass at the defensive end. I want to be sure that we always have at least a couple of guys getting up court, ready to receive the outlet pass and get an easy bucket on the break. This is a very tough opponent, and we've got a difficult half in front of us. But I've got all the faith in the world in you guys.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway. Fun so far.
Complete domination. What a game for Big Daddy. He's got 24 points and also an assist. More than half their points have come from him alone.
Well, he's taken it upon himself to carry the load offensively.
Nash and Bryant in the backcourt. Inside, it's Boozer and Hill. And it's Young in at the three, the small forward. That's Byron Scott's 5 as we get into the second half. Here's Big Daddy. No one near him. Good on the shot. Big Daddy's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Pistons. Lakers trail by 3.
Greg Monroe, 6'11", 250, the ability to play the 4 or the 5 spot. And his combination of size and skill makes him very coveted around the league.
Bryant's shot is off. The Pistons shooting so well, 63%. The offense working as one cohesive unit. Passes it to Monroe. Smith outside. Now the pass to Big Daddy. 6 on the shot clock. Smith with a wide open look. Here's Monroe. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now it's a 5-point Piston lead.
Did you see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket?
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
Right side, Bryant. Back to Nash. Outside, Bryant. Nash kicks to Hill. Bryant passes to Young. Nash outside. Second shot opportunity. That's good. And Monroe, very left-hand dominant. Much better scoring from that side of the floor.
Yeah, and while being a lefty does throw defenders off, I think developing his right hand is something that will help him even get better as he moves forward. Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Lakers trail by 5. Nash dishes to Hill, and he gets it to go. Hill's got his second bucket.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
No question. Pound it into the painted area and continue to put pressure on that defense.
Drummond passes to Monroe. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
And you love the concentration. Gets hit, but stays with the play.
Yeah, he showed a lot right there. Plenty of concentration, finding a way to get that shot to fall.
And
That's how we do it. Good work.
All day long.
Have the touch in the 60s.
And guys, it's something that he's going to have to work on more and more because he's still not getting the kind of...
Let's go, you're up.
My time.
Henry with it. 1 second left. Off target with that shot. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Pistons ahead, up by 12. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter.
Tune in this Wednesday night, March 11th on
And here now is our State Farm assist of the game, and Steve coming earlier on a three-pointer.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of good passes tonight, some on the interior. This one on the outside, setting up his teammate perfectly for that three-point look.
Pistons leading by 12. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Big Daddy, he's in at point guard. Jonas Jerebko out there with Smith. Then it's Contavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Meeks in at the shooting guard. Nash with no one around. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Nash has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Lakers. From about 19 feet, another shot. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
The offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layups. Earn it from the line.
And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Detroit.
And their mid-range shooting continues to be accurate.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
You know, Josh Smith is a very talented player, but if you have to pick his game apart, he's a bit of a tweener. You know, he's not really a power forward in a traditional sense, but not a three-man either. He's an athlete who can do a lot of different things, but so much depends on the players he has around him. It needs to be the right fit.
And with Smith playing at the four, it used to be a luxury as he can defend players with his reach, but now Clark, it's almost a necessity as he gets older, and his shot from outside isn't what it needs to be.
Well, in the modern NBA, Kevin, you know this as well as I do, you got to have perimeter threats, and if you play him at the three, it can put you at a real disadvantage.
Young outside, he feeds it to Hill. Shot clock at 6. Shot from the wing. No good. And Detroit the other way now.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding department too, Clark.
Yeah, it's been a really gritty performance. They'll have some bruises to show for it, but that's the way it should be. You should feel that you've competed when you do that work inside. He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Lakers trail by 12. Nash drives in. It's Young on the wing from about 19 feet. Rebound by the Pistons. Drummond's got 8 rebounds in this game. Smith with a screen on Kobe. Here's Big Daddy, defended by Bryant. The Big Daddy passes to Meeks. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Detroit.
Andre Drummond still just 21 years of age, the first one-and-done player in UConn's storied basketball history. And the Pistons staff say he's a sponge. Whether it's breaking down video with assistants or honing his skills, he is really a hard worker.
Hill sets the screen for Nash. Feeds it to Young. Young, right side. Shoots from the elbow. Again, Young missing.
Really high-quality shot there, just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him shaking his head.
Here's Big Daddy, 17-foot shot on the way. And it's in off the backboard. Big Daddy's got 4 points this quarter. Lakers trail by 17. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
The dish now to Young. Shot to stop the drought. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assists. Nash has got 5 assists in the game. The Pistons have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Here's Big Daddy, defended by Nash. Big Daddy on the mark with the 15-footer. Big Daddy's got 34.
They're spraying them home from mid-range today, guys.
Yeah, reliable weapon, and that's a sign that the offense is working. They're really moving the ball well and finding good opportunities.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, during that break, Coach Byron Scott had some words for his team. Young was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. He also said something you don't hear too often from a coach. He told his guys they should have a shoot-first mindset instead of trying to be, quote, too cute with the ball. With the minutes ticking down and the deficit still a big one, those adjustments have to be a chance worth taking, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Detroit leading by 14. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Big Daddy. That one off the back iron and out.
And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
And there's a whistle that goes against Greg Monroe. That'll be his second foul of the game. Nash left side. And Young kicks to Bryant. Dishes it to Boozer. Shot clock at 5, and the shot is good. The Pistons have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Here's Big Daddy. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Monroe. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And much more aggressive play has led to more free throw attempts for them here in the second half.
You know, that's how you do it, Steve. I mean, defender pressing up on you, you press right back, get into him. Some fantastic numbers here for Monroe. He's got 12 rebounds and 2 steals as well. What a force he's been in the paint.
Now, he's gotten himself into the air so often to block shots and rebound. He's really controlled that area.
And so Monroe nails both of them.
Well, it started about a decade ago, but you would have to say that although the best players in the league might be wingmen, this generation is known for its point guards. There are a bunch of great ones out there, and that's pretty cyclical when you talk about the positions of dominance across the league throughout its history. It's been point guards, big guys, wingmen, and right now I think point guards are right there at the top of the heap.
Here's Big Daddy. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Point guard, definitely a position where you can point to any number of players and say, Steve, they are the best player on their team.
Well, and what's funny is that there are so many different types still. I mean, pure playmakers, scoring guards, do-it-all kind of guys. But, you know, now if you don't have a point guard who's one of your better players, your team is going to be at a big disadvantage most nights.
Here's Bryant. Again, Los Angeles. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth.
Well, clearly we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. And I think this was an excellent all-around performance for the Pistons.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, Clark, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Well, it's more than luck, Kevin. I think the shot selection was good, too.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
Well, I think they're very motivated to come in tonight and win after losing the first game against them this season.
Without question. I mean, they had this date circled on the calendar for redemption. I mean, you never want to lose 2 games and be swept, and it can be harder in an East-West game than playing against teams in your own conference. So this is a big win for them.
And you have to look back at this and see what a huge game it's been for Big Daddy. He was doing everything right, and the points seemed to come in bunches. He definitely had the hot hand.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Hill, a screen on Smith. Kicks it to Boozer. Rebound, Detroit.
Can't say I'm surprised that one didn't fall. He can barely dunk it in the pregame layup lines.
Here's Big Daddy. Fires, high post, misses. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and